It's been noted that since 1992, the video game character Sonic the Hedgehog has achieved a higher level of recognition than Mickey Mouse, the icon of the entertainment giant Disney. Growing up with video games in the 90s, everyone knew the speedy hedgehog, the eccentric doctor with his bizarre mustache, and his pals Knuckles and Tails. Sonic is no longer just a game character, but has become an icon of popular culture. Today, as the next installment in the 33-year-old franchise prepares to hit theaters worldwide, let's take a look back at the events of the first two films so you and your family can easily catch up with a new story. Without further ado, let's get started. On a faraway planet, the little hedgehog Sonic, with his extraordinary ability to move at incredible speeds, is living peacefully and happily with his adoptive mother. One day, they are suddenly attacked by strange creatures. After they discover Sonic's powers, to protect Sonic, Longclaw sends him to Earth through a magical ring, telling him to always keep his abilities a secret, and then she sacrifices herself. 10 years on Earth, Sonic has become accustomed to the rhythm of human life. He has his own place to live, and no one knows of his existence. Every day, he silently watches Sheriff Tom in the peaceful town of Green Hills, witnessing how loved Tom is by the people and even the animals. Sonic secretly wishes to become a part of that family, or at least have a true friend. In addition to observing the life of the Donut Lord, a nickname for Tom, Sonic also enjoys watching the local kids play baseball. Seeing how friends play together, how they erupt in cheers with victory, Sonic feels even more melancholic when thinking about his own loneliness. Feeling dejected and angry, Sonic runs around the baseball field alone at incredible speeds. Unaware that he is generating a massive energy surge, which shuts down the power grid of a large area. Suspecting a terrorist attack, the Department of Defense immediately gets involved, sending in Dr. Robotnik to investigate using his advanced equipment. Following the unusual footprints in the forest, Robotnik hypothesizes that the cause of the previous power outage is a creature he has never seen before. Understanding that he is being pushed into a dangerous situation, Sonic is forced to prepare himself to move elsewhere. According to Longclaw's instructions, Sonic's next safe destination is the Mushroom Planet, where no creature can communicate with him. Sonic believes that Tom's house is the safest place for him to use the magic ring. But before he can act, Sonic is discovered by Tom and accidentally hit with a tranquilizer dart. In a confused state, Sonic opens a portal to the wrong location, causing all his remaining magic rings to fall onto the roof of a building in San Francisco. Following Sonic's footprints, Dr. Robotnik arrives at Tom's house. Although he doesn't really understand what's going on, Tom still feels the need to protect Sonic and decides to cover for him. This infuriates Robotnik, who always carries a lot of heavy weaponry with him. Before he can deal with Tom, Sonic decides to reveal himself. Taking advantage of an opening, Tom and Sonic knock down Robotnik and his weapons, then flee the house and head towards San Francisco. They stop for a break at a roadside bar, where Sonic learns about the concept of a bucket list, a list of things a person wants to do before they die. Sonic realizes that his remaining time on Earth is too short, and the things he wants to experience are too numerous. This touches Tom's heart, and they start ticking off each item on the little hedgehog's bucket list together. Dancing, drinking, even fighting. They did it all. There was only one thing Sonic truly dreamed of: to have a real friend. The next morning, the two continue their journey, while a warrant for Tom's arrest has been issued nationwide. While Sonic is upset about Tom's plan to relocate, they are tailed by Robotnik's tank, which fires a missile directly into their car. Harnessing the energy from his anger, Sonic transforms into a ball, blowing away Robotnik's fortified tank. Thinking victory is within reach, they are wrong, as the killing machine continues to deploy various other heavy weapons, relentlessly attacking Tom's fragile vehicle. Finally, they manage to shake off Robotnik, but a tiny bomb explodes, causing Sonic to fall into a coma. Tom's beat-up car finally makes it to San Francisco, where his wife is staying at her sister's house. Maddie, with her skills as a veterinarian, provides first aid to Sonic, helping him wake up. He also receives a new pair of shoes, which is also Sonic's first ever gift. Their next destination is the rooftop where Sonic dropped his bag of magic rings. Here, just before Sonic can perform the magic to teleport to the Mushroom Planet, Robotnik reappears. From a hedgehog quill he found at Tom's house, he generates a super powerful energy source and uses it for his destructive weapon. Cornered, Sonic decides to push Tom and Maddie off the roof of the building. While they are free-falling, Sonic uses his speed to destroy all of Robotnik's drones. Once finished, he dives down to catch Tom and Maddie, using the magic rings to help them land safely on a farm in Green Hills. However, Robotnik's chase is not over. With the blue energy, Robotnik's aircraft can travel at speeds comparable to Sonic's. They chase each other around the world, and only stop when Sonic is shot, just before passing through the portal back to Green Hills. He falls unconscious, while Tom and the people of Green Hills try to stall for time before Robotnik fires the final shot. Hearing Tom call him his friend, Sonic awakens, unleashing an unprecedented surge of power. He declares that he will no longer hide and run from his power, but that Robotnik is the one who has to go. Gathering all his strength, he smashes the opponent's aircraft, sending him flying straight to the Mushroom Planet. The battle ends, and the town of Green Hills returns to peace. Tom's house has been repaired, and Sonic has been given his own room in the attic. He has found his own family. As for Robotnik, after being sent to the lifeless planet, he is forced to use the meager resources from his aircraft to find a way back. However, with his superior intellect and the magical hedgehog quill, it seems it won't take him too long to return to Earth. Part 1 of Sonic the Hedgehog concludes with a mid-credit scene introducing a new character, the Flying Fox Tails. Through a magical portal, Tails arrives on Earth, beginning his journey to find Sonic. In fact, the Flying Fox has long been a fan of the Blue Hedgehog, and this time, his visit is to warn Sonic about a powerful enemy named Knuckles. Moreover, he has joined forces with the sinister Dr. Robotnik. Apparently, after more than 200 days of surviving on mushrooms, the villain has managed to build a signal transmitter. This inadvertently made contact with Knuckles. Appearing with a menacing look, the Red Echidna declares that he will take down Sonic. Leaving aside the reason why the two are enemies for now, let's look at the current life of the main character. After successfully defeating Robotnik, Sonic is trying to be a hero, imitating Batman by going out to stop petty criminals. The only problem is that, with his childish personality, Sonic causes more damage than good. Knowing that his extraterrestrial child is eager to show off his powers, Tom is very worried. He advises Sonic to learn patience, because an individual's heroic moment will come when they are ready to take on responsibilities for others. In fact, Tom's worry is justified. He and Maddie are going to attend his sister-in-law's wedding in Hawaii, and Sonic will be alone for the whole weekend. Tom needs the Blue Hedgehog to stay quietly at home and not cause trouble. Of course, it goes without saying that Sonic can't keep his promise. He tears up the whole house, playing loud music and causing a ruckus. However, the Blue Hedgehog's joy quickly disappears. Knuckles, following Robotnik's instructions, has arrived on Earth, or more precisely, the town of Green Hills. Taking devastating punches from the newcomer, Sonic's physical strength is no match for the Red Echidna. He can even stop Sonic's attacks with his bare hands. Fortunately, Tails arrives at this moment, and the two of them jump in a car and flee. It turns out that Knuckles is the last member of the Echidna tribe, who were wiped out on the day Longclaw sent Sonic to Earth, carrying a grudge. He wants to find a legendary artifact called the Master Emerald, an emerald that has the ability to make the thoughts of its owner a reality. Sonic initially has no idea about this treasure, until he realizes that his mentor Longclaw secretly left a map pointing the way. So, despite Tom's warning, Sonic and Tails use the magic ring to travel to Siberia, where there is a compass that will lead them to the gem. The only problem is that the weather in the snow-covered mountains is extremely harsh, so they have to take shelter in a tavern. Unfortunately, Tails' technological devices don't translate the language correctly, so the two get drawn into a dance-off here. We also learn that Tails is very intelligent. He creates numerous innovative weapons, and some even allow him to project multiple three-dimensional images of himself. After a night of fun at the tavern, Tails and Sonic officially become close friends. Continuing their search, the next morning they indeed find an ancient temple hidden in a crevice, containing the compass and the true story of the gem. Created from 7 smaller gems, the Master Emerald has long been the cause of conflict between Longclaw's and Knuckles' tribes. The owls later hid the gem, because of the danger it could pose if it fell into the wrong hands. And they made an oath to protect the treasure. While they are rejoicing at their success, Sonic and Tails are suddenly ambushed by Robotnik's henchmen. It turns out that he has returned to his base, prepared plenty of weapons, and teamed up with Knuckles to defeat Sonic. In fact, the Red Echidna is not a bad person, but because he is so obsessed with restoring his family's honor, he fails to see the Doctor's conspiracy. So, with the overwhelming force, Sonic loses the compass, and Tails is shot down. Moreover, the snow on the mountaintop unexpectedly collapses, forcing the Blue Hedgehog to call Tom for help. Tom happens to be holding a magic ring, and Sonic needs him to use it to teleport him to Hawaii, before he gets crushed by the snow. Speaking of Tom's situation, being Maddie's partner, Tom is not well liked by her sister because he often causes trouble. Moreover, the groom and his friends constantly tease him, originally just wanting to attend the wedding peacefully and then go home. Tom absent-mindedly switches the wedding ring with the magic ring. Laughing through his tears, he finally grits his teeth and disrupts the wedding, grabs the ring, opens a portal to Siberia, and successfully rescues Sonic and Tails. However, surprisingly, as soon as the blue hedgehog appears, the groom and his group of friends suddenly pull out their guns. It turns out that they are undercover agents specializing in handling issues related to extraterrestrials, and the wedding is actually fake. One surprise after another, Sonic, Tails, and Tom are all imprisoned. Fortunately, they still have other teammates, Maddie and a bride, who is incredibly angry and determined to save her husband. Both of them take the technological gadgets that Tails left behind, successfully defeat all the agents, and rescue Sonic. Not only that, but Maddie's sister also gives her fake husband a beating, forcing him to confess his true feelings. So, even though the wedding was fake, that day, the couple still got together in the beautiful sunshine of Hawaii. Back with Knuckles and Robotnik. After obtaining the compass, they quickly reach an unnamed island, where an ancient maze lies at the bottom of the sea. Possessing advanced technology and scouting henchmen, it is not difficult for Knuckles and the Doctor to overcome the many traps. They soon see the gem sitting atop a tower. Sonic also sees it from afar, and with his lightning speed, the blue hedgehog runs across the sea, heading straight for the maze. He doesn't encounter any difficulty with the traps either. From here, Knuckles meets his enemy at just the right time. However, speed alone is not enough. Sonic is still unable to withstand Knuckles' earth-shattering punches. He can move at high speeds, but one hit is enough to knock him down. In the intense battle, only Robotnik benefits. He sneaks behind and runs straight to the gem. So Sonic ultimately fails, and Knuckles suffers a painful deception. Holding the gem and teleporting to Green Hills, Robotnik causes the entire dungeon to collapse. It's only at this point that they realize they misunderstood each other. Sonic and Knuckles rescue each other from the rubble, and then join forces with Tom and Tails. From this point, Sonic understands Tom's lesson, which is that he cannot be a lone hero. As for Knuckles, he has understood how dangerous the gem can be if it falls into the wrong hands. And so, together, they return to where it all began, the town of Green Hills. After gaining power from the ancient artifact, Robotnik is unmatched. He easily destroys an entire fleet of government tanks, creating a black storm that covers the entire town. Moreover, he shreds everything in his path into tiny pieces. Robotnik reassembles them into a new weapon, a giant robot. As mentioned, the gem has the power to realize the user's thoughts. But Robotnik can't be complacent for long, because Team Sonic has arrived. Using Sonic's speed to provoke him, Tails and Knuckles then sneak behind. Their well-coordinated teamwork helps the three of them get close to the Doctor. To avoid his lightning strikes, Tails uses his holographic clones to distract him, preventing Robotnik from noticing Knuckles' sudden punch, which knocks the villain and the gem out of the robot. The group thinks they have victory in their grasp. However, the robot is not completely defeated due to a backup power source, and Sonic, who was severely injured earlier, no longer has the strength to run. Moreover, the gem shatters after being used. In a final effort, Tom and Maddie appear to rescue Sonic, but then, their car can't escape the giant robot's massive footsteps. Holding each other's hands, the whole family braces for the worst possible outcome. But just as Robotnik is celebrating after thinking he has crushed the blue hedgehog, he realizes that something is pushing back. It is Sonic, or rather, at this moment, we should call him Super Sonic. In the last moment, the 7 emeralds chose the kind-hearted hedgehog, and gave him their unparalleled power. Now, with his angry eyes and golden fur, Sonic has become invincible. He quickly reduces the robot to scrap metal, shattering Robotnik's dream of conquering Earth. He returns to the embrace of Tom and Maddie. The story of the hero is now complete. Sonic has not only found his moment to shine, but also realized the true meaning of family. And so, Part 2 ends. Robotnik, as usual, disappears, likely having fled to wait for the day of a rematch. Sonic, along with Knuckles and Tails, form a group, tasked with protecting the gem from falling into the wrong hands again. The three of them then continued to live with Tom and Maddie, enjoying the happy moments together. Nhang Nung, My Heim, HWVNTR, CMT, Trongo, Unmid Credit, Ta CTTL VMTD, MBMTK, PHNDN, MIOO, Law Shadow, MTNI, MSH, UCTCL, NSCM, NHVO, Ola TTTNT Dion Bin CA High Fan Sonic the Hedgehog, BN More, Engun, GCC, Kung NACCC, MDN Thuk, SSCA Fendion Shadow, La KHNG, Anyu Hai Ra RPG Thong Thick, Kwok Chintip, Theo That brings this video to a close. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.